Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to Sacred Light Tarot. This is Anna, and we are going to be taking a look at the week ahead, guys. Any information that you need is in the description box down below as to how to book a personal reading with yours truly. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for liking, and for letting me know how and if this resonates with you in the comments down below. All right, my ladies, my spirit guides. Thank you for these messages. As always, let's go ahead and jump into the reading and see what is in store for the week ahead, guys. Okay, the Three of Swords, by the way, did want to jump out in the pre-shuffle. We do have the Knight of Wands here coming out for the first part of the week. How about the middle of the week, please, ladies? The Hierophant. Okay. And then for the end of the week. And guys, again, I'm going to reiterate Temperance. Okay, interesting. So I am going to reiterate that the week ahead readings are not absolutely set in stone. That's why I do the daily readings every single day. Energy is always subject to change, all right? Every decision that we make alters the course of the week. The Hierophant and Temperance, you have 2 out of 3 major arcana that are headlining your week this week. So it feels like something that is significant. The Hierophant, Taurus and Libran energy, Temperance, Sagittarian energy. This honestly feels like you are taking inspired action to move away from something that has been traditional. Now, this could be a higher level of commitment. This could be a workplace situation. This could be someone in a position of authority. Temperance here is about balance, patience. It's about healing yourself. It's about listening to the whispers of the divine, paying attention to signs, synchronicities. It's about adding a little bit of fire or a little bit of passion to emotion, or vice versa. Whatever the case is, and there's a little bit that needs adjusting here. Okay, feels like you're doing that toward the end of the week. The Queen of Cups underneath the bottom of the deck. There is, oh wow, okay. You feel some type of way about the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. Somebody that has been not necessarily let's just say that somebody has been quit playing games with my heart. Yeah, okay. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. This is giving me mind games, confusion. Okay, possibly with the Queen of Cups, emotional manipulation. All right, we'll see how this plays out in the reading. Hold on. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into clarifying. Ladies, if you would please, what is this Knight of Wands for the beginning of the week? By the way, I did get some new decks. All right, so we do have the Hierophant. Interesting. Okay, so you're already thinking about breaking free from something. Or this is taking passionate action toward something that is a high level of commitment, or something that is, I don't want to say institutional because it sounds like institutionalized. But yeah, you're taking passionate action towards something that is more traditional. Okay. Let's see here. What is the Knight of Wands? Okay, thank you, ladies. And then one more, please. Ooh, okay. The Five of Swords. Ooh, the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay, again, I almost feel like whatever this is, the energy is telling me that you're either moving towards something or you're moving away from something. That's the Two of Swords. You have a decision to make here. The Five of Swords, you're wrestling with this. Okay, that gives me a little more context for the Five of Swords underneath the bottom of the main deck. What is this Hierophant, please, ladies, if you would? What is this Hierophant? What is this? We do have the Four of Swords here. Okay. A period of reflection, a period of pause, healing, judgment. Okay, scorpionic energy. You're needing to make a decision. As this decision is the Four of Pentacles. You're wanting to hold on to something here that is, you may be being asked to change your viewpoint on something that you have long been holding as traditional. Like, I mean, very simply, this is how I make chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes, and I'm not giving that up because it's been a family recipe for who knows how many decades, and I'm not shifting my. It could be as simple as that. It could be as complex as someone trying to say, all right, I want you to adopt my belief system, and you're saying, yeah, I I respect it, but I'm not going to, just because you practice that way, I'm not going to. Or you could be saying, I don't necessarily feel ready for commitment at this moment. If someone is rushing you into a commitment and you're not necessarily feeling it, then you may say, I need a moment to think about this because I really do have to make a judgment call here that I know is going to impact the grander scheme of my relationship here with said person. I'm not saying a person here necessarily tied to this. I'm just giving you examples of ways that this could be construed. The Four of Pentacles, you are holding on to what you know to be stable. I don't feel like you are giving this up. Temperance, though, we're coming in with a bit of a feeling of I want to balance things out. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, again, a bit of a pause card, a period of pause as I look at what has worked and what has not worked. The Queen of Swords, I need more information. Guys, I'm telling you, this week is a little wonky here with the energy. Okay, all right. We have the Six of Pentacles. Do I want to give to this? Is this going to be balanced? You're questioning balance here a lot. Temperance can also be a card of balance. Is this going to be balanced? Is this going to be fair? Guys, this could even be a new job. You're saying, this is like a dream job for me. This is something that I've always wanted to do. The Hierophant could even be a company that you want to work for. Say it's, do they even have magazines anymore? I was going to say like Vogue magazine or something like that. Or a radio station. You've got a gig to try out to be one of the DJs. Then you're saying, I really, 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 really want this, but it's going to require me to negate certain other aspects of my life. Am I able to balance this? Am I able to give equally, say, to a family situation and to this, whatever I see as the Hierophant? I have to make a judgment call. What's most stable for me? There are a lot of ways that I can read this. The Seven of Swords, you may be trying to talk your way out of this self-sabotage in some way. That's underneath the bottom of the deck, so you may not even be logically aware of it, okay, cognitively aware of it. But you may be doing things like negative self-talk and saying, yeah, this is just not going to work because I'm giving so many different examples here, X, Y, Z, and the 3rd, and the 4th, and the 20th. You could very well be talking yourself out of this instead of taking passionate action, because you start off here like, yeah, I want to do this, but then it slowly wanes here as more self-doubt kind of creeps into the energy. What is the advice, ladies? The advice, please, if you would. The advice. Queen of Wands. And this is interesting because you had this for the weekend as well. The Queen of Wands. Figure out what it is that you want to nurture as far as creativity, passion is concerned. This does feel like a very passionate energy that you're wanting to explore, especially starting off the week with the Knight of Wands. All right, more advice, please, ladies. Okay. We have the, I see, the Four of Wands. Okay, I do feel like this has to do with house, home, family. You may be taking into consideration, how is this going to affect the household in general? Am I going to be able to give to this equally? I feel like the Spirit is really saying, yeah, focus on that. And the King of Swords, make a decision. Have an honest conversation about this. The King and Queen of Swords showing up. I don't necessarily see this as two separate people because I'm asking for advice here, and this is coming out in your energy. So the advice is to further investigate or be a little more critical of the information that you are being given. All right, ask multiple questions about what this is that you are attempting to give into. Pentacles, time, effort, energy, right? Think about that. If you are going after a job or you are moving into a new position that is going to require an exorbitant amount of your time, you may be saying, how can I have a sustainable work-life balance? The Three of Wands underneath the bottom of the deck. I do feel like this is something that you have been manifesting. It may now be arriving, and you're saying, ooh, I was not prepared. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, is this really what I want? Or, yeah, that's that Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It's kind of like saying, eesh, what did I get myself into? Okay. We do have, let's see here, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So, sorry, the Nine of Cups. So you're saying, I ultimately want to do what is for my personal wish fulfillment. If this doesn't, at the end of the day, if I know that this is not going to make me happy, oh, you're closing yourself off to it. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, there you go. The Nine of Wands. So you're saying, I'm either going to, I don't feel like you're going to push through whatever this is. You may very well. Ultimately, that is up to you. I'm just letting you know what energies are underneath the bottom of the deck that are kind of ruminating a bit. Yeah, you're saying, should I go ahead and say no to this? Should I go ahead and put up my walls, my boundaries? If this is a person that is trying to get you to move into a higher level of commitment quicker than what you would like, say 5 weeks, I see here, the Five of Swords, all right? And you're saying 5 weeks? I've only known this person for 5 weeks. That's a little over a month, 1 week after a month. Am I really ready to jump into a higher level of commitment? The Eight of Wands underneath of that, yeah, it's like things are moving a little too fast. All right, we'll go through the astrology here in just 1 second. Let me go ahead and get some charms for you guys. All right, thank you, ladies. We have K as in Kilo, the elephant. Okay, there may be something that you did move quickly on without thinking through the consequences in the past, and it's bringing up thoughts of that. Even though I don't have the Five of Cups or the Six of Cups, this could be something that you're saying, this reminds me of something that I've already done, and I remember it, and I didn't necessarily care for it. K is in Kilo again. And then we have the cat, okay? I feel like you are being called to listen to your intuition. And the Hierophant here twice. This can mean a connection between you and the divine, you and your higher self. Whatever your higher power may be, it matters not. It's just that you are... that you're being asked to listen to your intuition and say, did I feel good about this or no? Okay. Temperance. Yeah, I feel like you're taking your time here, which I appreciate. If this person is wanting a quick answer and they're continually badgering you throughout the week, I wouldn't be surprised to see a closing out of this. It's moving that way. The Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords underneath the bottom of the deck, those are not pleasant energies. I told you the Three of Swords came out in the pre-shuffle. I feel like someone is emotionally manipulating you, trying to, come on, Virgo, don't you want to? You know, I love you. I really, really, really do. Or I really, really, really would be happy if you were to do this alongside of me. But if it doesn't fit with your morals, your ethics, your beliefs, or your standards, you may be telling this person, oh, you know, I really greatly appreciate you thinking of me, but it's just not for me. Okay? All right. As far as energies are concerned, we do have the Hierophant out here twice. This could be an institution. This could be a way of thinking. This could be morals, ethics, beliefs, and standards. This could be a higher level of commitment. Take whichever one best fits your the message. If you're not seeing yourself reflected in the messages that are coming through in the reading, then make sure that you engage more with the channel. You're more likely to exchange energy with me that I can pull from that way. All right, it's kind of an energetic deal that we have here. And then also a more in-depth personal reading with yours truly in the description box down below. Taurus and Libra here in the Hierophant. The King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. That is really it. Oh, Judgment, Scorpionic energy. Yeah, you're gonna have to. You may be even having an aha, like an enlightenment moment where you say, "This is really not for me. I know it, but I have to figure out how to gently break the news." I'm seeing the energy for that here as well. Ultimately, we all have free will, and it is your decision to make. Guys, again, make sure that you watch the daily readings. Because as this energy, as you make these different decisions, as your mindset changes, then this entire week could completely change. Okay, guys? All right, that's what I have for you as far as the week ahead is concerned. Guys, make sure that you subscribe, that you like, and that you comment down below. Again, details for a personal reading are in the description box down below, and I will see you guys again here soon. Until then, take care. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by and watching the video, spending your time with me. I would love for you to become a part of our community here, liking, sharing, subscribing, and letting me know how and if this resonated with you in the comments down below. You can always book a personal reading with me, and if you liked this video, make sure to check out the other ones here. Okay, guys? All right, I'll see you soon.